Welcome to Beast TV. What was that? You better get a fresh dip and buckle up. Welcome to Beast TV and Merry Christmas. Wait, what a second. You're not Larry Porst a second.
I am a little better looking though, ain't
I? Yeah, Larry's running a little bit late tonight. He has some family members that are over that are still eating. So once he gets those freeloaders out of there, then he'll be hopping on the show with us, and we just kind of want to explain how everything's going to work tonight. Jamie will be working behind the scenes, and I'm putting up his email address right now, and we want to encourage anybody that wants to come on tonight to send an email to Jamie, and he will send you the link. And it's real easy coming on. You'll just click on the link and enter the studio, and you will be backstage, and then we will pull y'all up in the order that y'all come on. And Merry Christmas, Jamie. How are you doing?
I'm doing real good. Real good. I've been sitting around the house all day brushing my hair out. I finally got over one. Other than that, I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Well, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I know it's Christmas Eve, and a lot of people have children and grandkids that they are really excited about Santa coming to see them tomorrow. And we're just glad that you're here, that you're able to join us. So we already have someone backstage that is a good friend of ours, and I would say they are our sister channel, because I think that much of them. And let's just go ahead, and I'll let you introduce them. Jamie?
Oh, me?
You.
Well, hello, Mr. Russell with Mogollon Monster. How you doing?
All right, Jamie, how are you doing? Hey, Mark, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. And I want to say that after we go off the air, that y'all jump over to Moog's podcast, because he will be going live. And if you haven't gone on any of his live shows, his chat room is so much fun. The moderators are fantastic in there.
Thank you.
I'm really partial to Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
I'm saying that wrong. I butchered that, then I woke.
That's awesome. Yeah, Cashew is awesome. She's a great moderator. You know, she really cares about the people and goes out of her way to make everybody feel welcome. And, you know, anybody that has her as a mod is blessed.
Yeah. I don't know. I just love your channel, and look forward every Tuesday night and Thursday nights. And it's just, I don't know. I can't get enough of it. It's just it's the late night show, and
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, other than there's some other channels that stay later. Go on later, but yeah, it's a little different. It seems to be working out really well. Everybody seems to like it, and we're growing slowly but surely. We just passed 800 subs. Yeah, I'm excited.
well, speaking of 800 mods,
I'm not one of those channels yet.
we have a lot of our mods that are out. Debbie has a family dinner tonight at her daughter's. Shelly has a family dinner tonight at her son's. Spencer Jameson, they have a dinner tonight. So we're not going to have that many mods in there, but I think it's a whole lot like your channel because
Yeah.
it's everybody polices themselves. Everybody's polite, and it's
It's funny because they're allowed to curse. They can do, and so everybody behaves.
yeah.
I think once you have permission, it kind of takes away the fun. I don't know.
Okay, Jamie, we're going to go ahead and let you go and
Okay.
let you check the emails, and we appreciate your contribution tonight, Jamie.
Okay, bear with me if there's a train wreck.
Man, I'm shoveling coals in the firebox tonight.
I'm just gonna hold on tight.
Yeah, we're going to wreck this baby.
It was good talking to you guys. If I don't get to talk to you again,
Merry
Okay.
Christmas, Jamie.
All right.
you too. Thanks.
Well, we got a friend of ours backstage, and I know you love him as much as I do. He's just one of these guys that when you meet him, you feel the love. There's nothing fake about him, and so I'm going to go ahead and pull up our friend Jeff Townsend. Jeff, can you hear us?
So close.
Oh, Jeff, we cannot hear you, my friend.
You should hear him because you can hear him touching the microphone.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is just.
Well, in the meantime, I want to say hi to some people in chat. Squatch with Lady Pra, Robin. What's up, Ruger? Ben. It's good to see you guys tonight. I will be on later on tonight. If you guys didn't know, most of you did. I put. Read. So close. So close. Yeah, so I'll be on later on tonight, and you guys can check me out after So Does Beast.
Well, Mo, what kind of plans do you have?
Hello,
for
hello.
tomorrow? Your sister. Oh, we better talk to Jeff while we can. Jeff Townsend, can you hear me? Can you hear us, Jeff? I guess that's a no.
I had never had trouble that says that.
Can you hear us?
Hey, can you hear me now?
I
Yes.
can hear you. Can you hear us?
That gummy thing.
I'm glad I'm not the only train wreck on here.
I'm going on my speakerphone.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Just wait till my show. I have no plans whatsoever. I gotta find something with Christmas music somewhere around here.
Well, what plans do you have tomorrow, Mo?
Unfortunately, I have to work.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's all right. You know, it kind of nobody's around like family wise. My sister's got to work. I think my nephew has to work. My dad's down in Phoenix. You know, still recovering. He had open heart surgery 2 weeks ago. So no one's around. So working, it's all right. As long as they pay me.
Well, that's what I know. I talked to you Tuesday night, and you said your dad was really doing good.
He is, yeah. I talked to him earlier. He was a little tired, but he's healing well, and he's doing well, and he's doing great, you know, considering what he just went through.
Well, if you was a little bit closer, I'd invite you over for Christmas dinner. So.
Oh, thank you very much. Actually, I'm cooking. I'm making a stew as we speak. My buddy brought over a box of meat. He said it was elk, but I don't know. There was a collar in it, said Dasher on it, so I don't know. You know, it's a Christmas joke. It's terrible. Yeah, no, I'm making elk stew. It's should be done pretty soon.
We're going to see what happens now. Can you hear us, Jeff? Jeff, I have never seen this happen to you, ever, on a live podcast.
Just hit it with a hammer.
Well, is there anything going on in chat?
Yeah, I just upset Cashew because I said I ate Dasher. Sorry, hon. Just kidding.
There is my buddy, Dan Ricky. Hey, Dan, I want to wish you and Miss Vicky a Merry Christmas.
I have got the volume all the way up on the settings.
You're good.
On my phone.
Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all, but just barely.
Oh,
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Oh my God! Now y'all can hear me, and I can't hear y'all. I ain't believing this.
Jeff, what have you been doing today?
Tell you what, if y'all can hear me, let me just wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and all my dear friends at BCV and Bigfoot Odyssey, Danielle, Carrie, Debbie, Larry, all y'all, man. I love you guys, man. Y'all have been treating me just like family, and I feel that too. That's what made me want to be a part of you. I couldn't ask anybody to treat me any better than these fine folks have treated me. And I love them. I love you guys. That's all I can say, man. I just love you guys. Y'all are an awesome organization because y'all don't just like each other. Y'all love each other. And that's what drew me to you like a magnet. Made me want to be a part of that too. And I've never regretted that one bit. So if y'all can hear me, Merry Christmas to all y'all. And I love you guys. And I'm just going to get out of here while it gets good.
Okay,
Merry Christmas.
Jeff. Merry Christmas.
Did y'all hear any of that?
Yes, sir.
All of it.
Oh,
Yes,
that's great, man. All right, good. I'll let somebody else come in. I'll take my technical difficulty somewhere else. Oh man,
Jeff, if you can hear me, how's your mom
Yeah,
doing?
I got to take me out. I'll just kick back and watch the show. I know I can watch it when I talk to you or not. I don't know what's wrong. I ain't never had this problem with StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't know, Jeff. I think you saved it for us.
But y'all see this?
Uh-huh.
See.
You're not about to shank nobody, are
Y'all
you?
see this pretty nice.
I
This
can't.
thing is beautiful, man. Let's see. I'm doing my phone right now. I ain't been on all this technical, but you is. There it is. Look at that blade, man. Look at that Damascus blade.
Where'd you get that knife at?
Absolutely beautiful.
You can't hear a word we're saying.
Probably not.
Look at it. Bone handle. Bad to the bone. Somebody gave that to me, man. I couldn't believe that. How very nice.
That wasn't Patrick Noble that gave
I'm
it
used
to
to
you.
giving, not receiving. I kind of know how to act. Sucker about made me cry, man.
Jeff, I don't know if you can hear me, but I have to agree with you. You know,
I'm just gonna back out, Mark. Let somebody else come in that can talk. That you can hear and talk both.
Okay.
I
All
love
right.
you guys, man. Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Love
Merry
you too,
Christmas,
Jeff.
Y'all hear
Merry
that?
Christmas. Okay. We've
it's
got
funny that
room.
the last thing you saw was the Russell emblem. No, I was going to say, I have to agree with Jeff. You know, you guys are an amazing group of people. You know, you take on, you know, you guys looked after me and you know, supported me and I did the same with you, but, you know, you guys are just awesome. You know, from you and you know, Shelly and Larry and just you guys are like a family. You know, it's awesome. And I'm honored to be, like you called me, your sister channel. Thank you. I'm honored to, you know, to be that.
Well, we're honored to be your sister channel. And we got a friend named Slade Monk that will be coming on a little later on, hopefully. And he is probably the funniest guy I have ever met. But on the back of his Jeep, he's got a Jerry Garcia sticker. And it says something to the effect of, just be nice. And it doesn't cost any money to be nice to people. And
Absolutely.
treat people how you want to be treated. And I just, those are the kind of people that I want to surround myself with. And I'm very fortunate. You know, we've got almost 100 people in chat right now. And why don't somebody out of chat just type in that email and send it to Jamie and come on over here and talk to me and Moog.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody's got to jump on here. Otherwise, we're going to start putting people on the spot.
I'm going to start
I'm just going to go, okay, you.
If I could pull them in here off chat, I would. I'd shame them.
That's funny.
Uh,
All right, now I can see chat.
Let's see.
98, right on.
let's see. I see a lot of people in here. Robin, we would love to have you come on. I see Scott Espinosa. What a great guy Scott is. He goes by Sasquatch on here. So I know that y'all have seen him on all of the channels. He came to our meet and greet, and just a very honorable man. We had him guest host for us a couple of weeks while I was learning his yard dog. And somehow
How'd that stick?
I don't know. I didn't know what it was. I really didn't know what it was called. I didn't know if it was StreamYard or Yard Dog or whatever. And it just, I just started calling it Yard Dog.
And we all know what it is.
But Miss Daniela has really helped me out a lot with sending me links and getting on their Facebook page.
Right on.
And I've learned how to do different things. I still want to learn how to have music playing in the background during different parts of the show.
Sure.
And
yeah, I don't know any of that. I have a second monitor that I'm going to pull up something on with Christmas music later. I'm gonna have that going on in the background.
That's the only thing that I know to do is to set up a player. I see, Bama, do you have video? I do see that you are backstage. There he is.
You know what? If you'll excuse me for a minute, I just realized my dog is outside. I locked him out. Her. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
I can, Bama Murdoch.
Or make sure. Merry Christmas.
Are you able to turn your tablet sideways?
Well, I wanted to light up my soft lamp here. See that?
Merry Christmas, guys.
Man, how's that?
That is good.
Is that much better?
It is.
Fantastic.
Look up above you. Look up.
All right.
I want to introduce you to Mode.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
right
yeah,
up
yeah.
above you.
I kind of jumped in the chat there for a minute, just to, make sure they didn't get nuts in there because they get kind of wacky. But I didn't know Moggs.
Rowdy bunch.
Yeah. I didn't know Moggs was going to be on. I'm sorry for adjusting everything, but I didn't know Moggs was going to be on. But how are you, sir?
Good. How are you? Pleasure to meet you.
Just fine. I told Mark, he said he sent me an IM, and he said, man, why don't you come on the show and tell not necessarily a Bigfoot story or talk about something along that line, but maybe just some Christmas story of some type or something. So, man, that's what I'm going to do. So this is one time I don't get to talk Bigfoot or some other scientific mumbo jumbo. I do it by the glow of the salt lamp for all the salt lamp liquors out there.
Why don't you give us the backstory?
I was gonna say that lamp's about as famous as he is.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is, and the main moderator that started this, if you're in our chat, when you see somebody's name in blue, they're a moderator. So our main moderator that kind of started this isn't even on there tonight. But a lot of people jump in that chat pretty quick. and we do have some pretty good guests. So a lot of people will jump over to the chat and just, hey, and and we love that. But man, when it gets rolling, it gets nutty. It's kind of like a tidal wave in there. Well, somewhere amongst all that, Diane, one of the moderators, she said something about, I have a headache or something. And you know how people are. Somebody, well, why don't you take a Tylenol or maybe something to do? So, people are saying stuff like that. And she pretty quickly X'd out all the things. And somebody said, well, maybe you need some sodium. Well, she said something to the tune of, well, the only thing I have close to that in the house is one of those salt lamps, that you light up. Like this one right here, with the rocks and stuff on it. Well, I just simply typed on there, well, Diane, just go lick the lamp. If you don't have table salt or sodium or anything else, that's the only thing, man. Just pick up one of the dang rocks off there to lick it. Well, 50 people will comment in the chat because lots of people carry on different conversations. So maybe 30 conversations down there. I just said, lick it, Diane. And that was it. And then before too long, maybe somebody else kind of, put it on there. Diane, so every week it would get up to that. Well, then people started kind of putting things on her Facebook page, for her birthday, things to do with, salt lamps. So that's why it's kind of an inside joke when people are in the chat, we say, hello, salt lamp lickers or porch possums, because of just a story somebody said that somebody literally said they were leaving the chat to go beat the porch possums off the garbage out back. And we just thought that was hilarious. I mean, what other show do people just, I'll be back in a second, I'm going to go beat some possums off the back porch. So anyway, that really is where that came from. So if there's anybody new to that.
Well, let me ask you this, Bama.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a Christmas story that you would like to share with us?
I've been asked that a lot, and I thought when me and you talked about it a couple of days ago, I thought, well, I sure really can't do nothing Bigfoot related. But I got to thinking about some of the things we did as kids. And here's a Christmas morning I'll tell you about when I was a kid. Now, this is pretty far back, so I like to try to remember things that happened back because most of your best Christmases are when you were, a little kid, I think. So I'll get into it by saying this. We were the home in the neighborhood that raised all the orphan animals. And we lived in Fayette County, Alabama. And by that, I mean, we literally bottle fed raccoons and deer and things along that line. And really, we lived enough rural to where when they were big enough to kind of get around and move on their own, they weren't in cages or anything like that. But up until that point, we really would get up in, a few hour increments and go outside and feed raccoons, as kids, sit out there in the cold and hold a raccoon and feed it with a bottle, and stuff like that. Same way with some deer. So one Christmas, I think the only animal we still had at home, or a couple of animals, was we had a deer. And somebody had hit that mama deer up on a highway up there with a vehicle and killed her. And of course, I grew up in kind of a poor area, so it did go to feed some folks. But they saw a tiny deer lay down. So we had bottle raised a deer, so we had that animal there, and he was a whopper by that time. Couldn't live in the wild, so we had a vet that came and neutered our deer for us. Same way as I'm getting to with this big old raccoon. So when I tell this story, I usually entitle it When Bandit Killed Santa, because that really is what happened in this thing. Because as kids, we named one of our raccoons Bandit, and man, he was a whopper, and just basically kind of ran loose around the place. I'm sorry, man, he kind of ran loose around there, and we had him for years. And I tell people that raccoon rode on my shoulders as I rode a bicycle, God, for hundreds of miles over the years, to swimming holes, to creeks. That raccoon checked trap lines with me. Now, how ironic is that? But seriously, he went and checked trap lines with me and fishing, because he was kind of like a dog. I mean, when it was time to go, you just called him. Well, ever since we was kids, at a certain time of the morning, you'd open a sliding glass door, and man, that old raccoon would come in the house. And when you open that sliding glass door, it vibrated our whole house. We lived in an old wooden house. So when they slid that thing open, it kind of sounded like thunder off in the distance. But man, they would slide that glass door open, and you could almost time it. He would have to ease through the den there, which was usually pretty cold because we hadn't built a fire in there yet. But normally Mom was in there cooking in the kitchen, and he would get up in the kitchen with her. She'd get him out of there pretty quick with a broom or something like that, because she'd be in there cooking, man. And he could get into something really, really quick. And there may be people on here that kind of can relate, but a dang raccoon can get up in your pantry, and he could even get into one of those sorghum syrup cans. It's like a paint can, believe it or not. I mean, they can get into anything. Unscrew the top off syrup bottles really fast, open up dry goods. So, you know, you learn over the years how to kind of work it when this dude comes through the house in the morning. But what he was normally trying to do is he's trying to get back to our bedrooms, because we was the one that raised him. And he'd come back there and get up on the bed, and his hands would be cold and clammy. And the first thing a raccoon will do is, man, the worst thing in the world is getting a wet willy. Now, people from the country, Mark, do you know what a wet willy is?
Yeah.
Dang raccoon, they can get your pocket. They can, if you've ever raised one, it's not that they're smart, they're just so dang curious, and they're able to do things. And also, what's going to come in here, the story later, man, they're pretty formidable fighters. I mean, they're built for killing stuff, and they're built for fighting. And this old raccoon grew up with a pretty semi-playful German Shepherd and a couple of Siamese cats and that deer. So he was used to kind of romping around with things that were a lot bigger than him too. Not to mention, you know, hundreds and hundreds of kids and adults coming over and just, you know, messing around, because he ran loose and he was relatively tame. All to say this, I reckon we were probably maybe 14 or 15 years old. And it was where I'm from, we opened all of our presents on Christmas Eve. That's when you made the big, huge mess and stuff like that. And a lot of the families around us, that's just the way that they did it. And in our household, this is the God's honest truth. I don't think I've ever even told this before. In our household, on Christmas morning, normally you have maybe one big thing or something like that. You know, something that would be better than all the stuff you got the night before. But in my house, when you got up on Christmas morning and you went in and looked at the tree, the first thing that you would see was there would be huge, brand new pairs of big granny panties draped all over this Christmas tree. As if, and Dad used to say, as Santa left the house, he threw these new pairs of underwear and draped them all over the tree, but they were always like big mom granny panties. I swear, draped on this tree. Well, man, that old raccoon, he came in the house one morning and it was Christmas time. And we really decorated a lot for Christmas. And this is back when people had like glass ornaments and stuff like that, and kind of like heirloomish type things, you know, hanging on there that you didn't want to break. And he rounded that kitchen, and it couldn't have been the first time he had spotted a Christmas tree. I know, because we had him for years. But we had this Santa that we would break out on kind of special occasions. And first of all, this thing was kind of like I guess you could have considered it a rudimentary type robot back in that day. It had working parts, and the arms were mechanical, and the head moved and things. And if you can picture this, I think it was probably maybe even about, holy mackerel, it had to be almost 2 feet tall. And I have no idea where this thing came from. I mean, we had it since we were infants or before. And this Santa Claus sat on a flat base with these big old black feet, ironically enough. He had big feet. And he had this thing had like a hand-sewn real velvet suit on it. And I can remember even as a small kid, you know, feeling that velvet with my fingers. And the beard was made out of something that I never had felt before. And so was the hair, and it was long on this Santa. You know, and as kids, we were fascinated by it. And he had a beautiful long hat on there also. Well, it was just gorgeous sitting under the tree. But you turned around the back, and the thing was just plasticky and hard on the inside. But you raised it up, and you put one of them big old D-cell batteries in there that I don't even know if they even make anymore. And there was a switch. And when you flipped it on, it had 2 red bulbs for eyes. And as a kid, when you turned it on, it was terrifying. This Santa Claus was terrifying in the dark. And it kind of rocked back and forth, and it was very mechanical. His arm went straight up and down with this bell. Well, I don't know why, but we had turned that thing on one morning, and that raccoon rounded the corner. And anybody that's ever seen a raccoon in the wild, or maybe some of you even raised them, when they're startled by something, they'll just stop on a dime and bow up their back, and it's really pretty comical. But a raccoon could put a real hurting on you. And I was sitting there at the breakfast table, and he rounded the corner and bowed up on Santa Claus in there under the tree. And off he went. And I honestly didn't think he would hurt Santa Claus.
This dude.
But by the time we got in there, I'm telling you, Bandit had that thing down on its back. And a raccoon's hands are so close to ours. But I mean, he really had Santa around the neck, and had already taken off his beard and his hat and everything off his head. It basically, you know, straight, where he kind of looked like the Terminator without his skin on, lots of mechanical mechanical stuff showing under there. And I remember us as kids going in there and trying to. And here's the other thing about a raccoon: they'll wrap around stuff with all fours. So we really had a problem prying this raccoon off Santa Claus in the living room floor in there because he had to hold them with all fours. But that was it. I mean, that was the end of our family heirloom on that Christmas morning.
That's hilarious.
That dang coon.
That's funny as hell.
Ben, Merry
Yes.
Christmas to you, my
Merry
friend.
Christmas, man. All I wanted to say
Ben.
is Merry Christmas to y'all. What's up, Mogs?
How you doing, man? Merry
Man,
Christmas.
I'm doing good. I wanted to tell y'all Merry Christmas, and that's it, man.
Well, glad you stopped in, man.
For real.
I saw
Yeah.
you. I saw you backstage a while ago, and you was actually in the light. I don't
Yeah, what
think I've
happened?
ever seen you in the light before.
I went sitting there. I went sit inside. I was gonna go sit inside, but I had to smoke a cigarette. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, dude, you'll have to pop on later.
All right, dude. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, man. I would like to see everybody just come in and say Merry Christmas or anything like that. You know.
Absolutely.
Well wishes. Absolutely, man. I don't want to take any time from anybody. I just wanted to tell y'all Merry Christmas. I enjoy what y'all do and thank y'all very much.
Well, we appreciate you so much, Ben, and enjoy talking to you in the chat. Enjoy seeing you on Moog's show. You're entertaining, and I wished I had your skills. Larry and I both kid each other. We're just a couple of sticks in the mud, and so we kind of stumble through things. But I really enjoy it when.
Thank you very much, man. That means a lot, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, Ben's my go-to guy.
Yeah, man, I'm there for you, man. I enjoy being on your show.
And I appreciate it.
I enjoy
Everybody
being on your
enjoys
show.
having you, dude. You know what? Everybody likes you.
Yeah, I mean, cool, man. I'm just being myself, you know.
Mr. Lee
Sure.
3PO wants to know, Ben, where's the questions?
No questions right now. I'm just here to tell y'all Merry Christmas, man. For real.
Thank you.
Well, Merry Christmas. Do you have plans tomorrow?
Oh, no, I'm gonna be sitting here because the place I go fish, it would be fishing, but the place I go fishing, the people are quarantined, and I can't go there. So, no fishing. So I'm gonna be sitting home watching TV tomorrow, man. That's it.
Yeah, that was some haul you had the last time you went fishing.
Yeah, dude, we caught 100. It was like 140 something saccalay. We
Yeah,
caught 50
Wow.
perch too.
that was crazy. I saw them all laid out. I was like, damn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
I was
They
like,
were
glad I didn't
nice.
have to clean them.
Hey, man, I don't mind cleaning them. But even better than eating them is catching them. I love
absolutely.
catching them. Love it. I love it, man.
Yeah, they put up a good fight.
They don't even really fight. You just pull them up. But it's
I
just
always-
it's just
we
to
don't-
figure them out. That's all.
we have them in the lake here, but
You got to
it's
figure
like-
them out, folks.
yeah, well, they'll go after minnows, but you can't fish with minnows.
We use
No,
jigs, dude. We use
Yeah.
plastic jigs.
Yeah, little crappie jigs or whatever you
Yep.
call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll have to try it here. I do a lot of trout fishing.
Yeah.
Well, that and catfish.
Let's
You like the
see.
catfishing?
Oh, I love catfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? All
Me
right,
and
cool.
me and Larry do a lot of catfishing,
Yeah.
and we usually go to the Tennessee River for that.
Okay.
And
Sorry, it
want-
seems whenever I'm around, it turns to fishing. Sorry.
Mm.
Now, we've got an email address up, and if you are interested in coming on tonight, we would love to have you. And you can do just what Ben did. You can just come on and say Merry Christmas, or if you have a humorous Christmas story or any kind of story. It don't have to be about Christmas. It don't have to be about Bigfoot. But we're just kind of calling this our family show, and
Yeah.
we love everybody that comes in to chat. And we know not everybody can watch the live shows, and they go back and they watch the rebroadcast of them, and they comment. And I don't know. I just cannot say how much I just appreciate each and every person that comes on and contributes. And one thing that I have said from the very first day that me and Larry and Shelley started our Sawdust Beast Facebook page is this is our page. This ain't just me, Shelley, and Larry's page. This is everybody that comes on. As far as I'm concerned, you have as much ownership for this page, this YouTube channel, as we do, because we are actually here to learn from others and to share what we've experienced. And that might be that little piece of the puzzle that maybe gets this mystery solved. And you know,
Maybe so.
I've said it before many times that I'm not out here to prove that Bigfoot exists. I know Bigfoot exists. I go to the woods for the experience and the interactions. And it's a challenge whenever you study tactics and strategies and the topo maps and try to put you in that spot where you might find some type of sign, and that you might have that interaction. And that's what I'm out there for. And everybody has their own reasons for searching for this creature. And I don't think any reason is any better than anybody else's. And I don't think that I'm any better than anybody else. I think that really the more humble you are, the better off you're going to be. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to find better friends that way too.
Absolutely.
If I don't want to go fishing with you, then I certainly don't want to go footing with you.
I understand that. Hey, man, I really appreciate the boots on the ground type thing that you
And
do.
that's what's important, Nate.
Yes.
The important part of what you do as well. What you do here is amazing, but doing that active research, that's what counts, man.
Yeah. I'm just somebody who's really entertained by this, you know. I think it's real. You know,
So
I'd love to believe it's real. I've heard one, I didn't see one, but I love the subject. I really do.
Yeah.
And wow, you have cultivated such a good following, if you know what I mean. Like the people in the chat, they're great people, because I've seen them everywhere. They're really good people, man. So you have a really good following going on. You have a lot of people in chat. I can't see how many right now, but you have a lot of people in chat.
You know, I don't even consider myself a researcher. I consider myself an enthusiast.
Yeah,
And
well, it's been that word's been maligned. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been it's kind of looked at it as a bad thing, because there's nobody who's really
How about an investigator? How's that sound?
yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why researcher sounds so bad because, well, maybe because it's not something recognized by science, so you can't be a researcher of it. That's the only thing I can see, man. But I mean, but people like you keep it going. I mean, you are doing the groundwork, man.
Well, for me, it's just fun. I love being in God's country and enjoying nature. And right now, I'm trying to figure out what this guy here is doing.
I mean, really, look what
I
you
think
guys
dogs
just.
are pretty like go ahead and take them out.
Painter's tape. Awesome.
What are you doing, Jeff?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, man. We got to go in there, brother.
All right.
Don't ask me when I'm done because I don't know. I got a $300 headset. That thing won't even work. I can't believe that. It's just real cold in this garage. I don't know if it's cold weather or what, man. I've never had that problem. My headset working. I got to where I couldn't go in before when the other one was using, but the other format. But I've never had trouble getting the signal before and having any kind of sound problem.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm Ben.
Good to see you, man.
You too, man. Hey,
Good to be able to talk to you and hear you.
hey, man, how many times you saw a Bigfoot?
None. Well, that's not true. Once.
Once?
It was same day I saw that dog, man.
Really?
About 80 yards apart.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, he was nice,
dog, man, 8 yards apart?
Yeah, about 20 yards away from a real live dog, man. That's my first encounter. And then we made our way back to the lake. I could have shot it, man. I absolutely could have shot it. If it got in my mind, I could have shot it. But I didn't have any reason to, man. It didn't offer any aggression whatsoever towards me or Donnie. And I simply returned that same behavior back to it. But when we went back to that lake, we pulled back about 40 yards. I can truthfully say I give a dog man an moment. Ain't many people can claim that, but I give that one. He thought me and Donnie walked back to the lake together, and I stayed up there covering Donnie's retreat. And it didn't know I was up there behind a pine tree. And as Donnie's walking back down the hill towards the lake, it just eased his head up. And I saw his whole head, man, from the bottom of his mouth.
The dog, man?
Yeah, I saw it completely. He had a mane, almost like a mane from his ear down to both sides of his neck. It was huge, man. Imagine the biggest wolf you ever seen times 2. Wow. That's about what it looked like to me. But I only saw it from the bottom of his jaw up. But I saw it, man, clearly, 20 yards up max. And when it realized I had that 450 Bushmaster, man, crosshair right between his eyes, safety on. Had my finger around the side of the trigger. If I just touched that trigger, he'd been headless. But I absolutely, I never felt any aggression from it, and I never felt, you people say that they sense like they're evil or something. I never got that at all. I never felt that thing was evil whatsoever. It wasn't giving no vibe off to me like that, and to me, it just wanted to be left alone. And I kind of just left it as is, man, and I backed away. Of course, watching the whole way back to the lake, but it thought me and Donnie had walked away together. And I guess you could hear the vibration, Donnie walking, and I just waited for him to go on. I just stayed there, just covering him. Cause I knew it was something real. With pointed ears and eyes. I even told him that. And, I didn't know what it was at that point. But I was fearing Dog Man, and I was right. That thing just raised its head up. I ain't never shocked in my life. It raised its head completely up to watch us walk down that hill. And to his surprise, I wasn't with Donnie. all of a sudden, I saw both its eyes just turn right straight towards me. It was looking right down the barrel at 450. It just went down periscopes. Felt like quick. But it stayed right there. It never come after us. It didn't growl at us. It didn't do anything aggressively whatsoever.
Okay. Wow.
Pretty interesting little day, man. I sure wasn't expecting it. But when we come back down to the lake, Donnie had already skinned the whole bottom of that swamp lake, that whole corner of it. When we come in there, and there was nothing there. Nothing. No dark spots. No nothing there. And that was what appeared to me to be at least a 10-foot squatch, just standing there almost in the open. He wasn't even trying to hide himself. Just giving us kind of a dirty look, and that kind of creeped me out a little bit. What I was afraid of, they that lake woman about a foot and a half deep. I was afraid he was going to start running across that water after us before we got to his truck. He'd probably call us if he'd done that. But he stayed there and give us his dirty look, like, I know you ain't supposed to be here. I saw both of them almost within 5 minutes of each other, less than 80 yards apart. That's God's truth, I can't explain that, but that's why I told me when I say they cohabitate, they absolutely do cohabitate,
All right.
Hello there.
Jeff?
Hello.
Man, you're talking so much you don't even see that pretty lady sitting right beside
I do see her. That's why I was trying to slow it down a little bit.
How you doing, Miss Robin?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you great.
Okay, good. I always feel like that old Verizon commercial, right? Or whatever. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. May the grace of the holiday be upon you and the New Year joys be within you. I am so ready for the New Year.
Just to get out of this one.
Wow. This is the first time I've seen Miss Robin come on a podcast.
Wow, you should be.
I jumped on Moke's, but I didn't have a video then. I got a new laptop, so the little webcam thing is up there somewhere.
Sweet.
And also, you guys probably don't know this, but my hair is not purple anymore, and I cut it short again. So there you go. I just had a birthday. I had to make changes,
Really? Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
28
Well, thank
years
you very
old.
much.
Again.
Always. Yes, forever. Yeah. And it's really good to see all of your smiling faces. And I was just in the chat. What you were saying about the chat and the people. You guys have no idea how many times what you have done by being there in a live chat with me has really made such a difference for me in my mentalness, in my heart. And life hasn't been good for a lot of us this last year. And some of us, it's been even tougher. And being able to jump on with a community that actually is full of response and love and no judgment. I mean, I can tell you, I saw a cloaked Bigfoot and I looked at Bigfoot poo and you'll totally get it. How cool is that? I mean, I was in the woods recently with a friend and I said, oh, look at this poo. And we were looking at the poo and I'm like, us Bigfoot field researchers, we have the best partners because they look at poo with us.
Robin, what did it taste like?
I did not taste it, but I'll tell you, I did smell it. I did not taste it, but I did smell it.
Oh no!
And it did not have any bones in it, so I don't know that it was carnivorous. But but I actually have some coprolite, dinosaur poo, coprolite fossils, and it's actually I kind of like all that stuff. I do pet services for a living. First, I was an executive assistant. And now I do pet services, which can entail many wonderful things and many not so wonderful things. I pick up dog poo for a living. I'm not afraid to touch poo.
I'm going to have to keep you away from Larry.
Oh, are you kidding, Larry? The more I listen to Larry, the more I'm like, it's a good thing you're already spoken for, because I'm like, I like you, Larry.
Wow.
The other night, I was serious about, I'm the road trip queen. I love to drive. I went to Standing Rock, North Dakota. I went to the diamond farm or the diamond mine in Arkansas from California. I'll get in my car and I'll drive. So, never hesitate. If you tell me, come on down, it won't be long. 3 to 4 days, maybe.
When I say that, I mean that with sincerity.
I know you do.
Because between me and Larry and Shelley and Bama, Rodney Beasley, we will take you out. And
I'm a camper, so I like cast iron skillets and open fires. So
oh gosh,
yeah. Just put my tent in the back so I can smoke cigarettes and not bother anybody.
We got a friend of ours that's backstage. I guess he's trying to figure out his camera, but him and his girlfriend, they are the camp kings and queens. And we call him Camp Champ. They will make lasagna and Dutch.
Is that the one who used the cake pans for the foot mold? The cake pans?
No, those came from Sally. Those came from Sally. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring Slade Monk and Donna Holman in here.
Okay.
And they just disappeared on me.
Of course they did.
It happens. It will switch you to a different web browser, and then you have to turn off YouTube. And after you try to do all that stuff, it disappears.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a question for you guys when you get a chance.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I heard recently, I came across my first giant X across the trail, the big guys,
Uh-huh.
And I saw somewhere someone had said, the big X is, come on in, we're here, you're welcome. And the small X, of course, is don't go this way. But what do you guys think about the X's? What do you think about the big guy?
You must be talking to any of Bigfoot experts.
But, I mean, how could anybody possibly know that, really?
Yeah.
Good question, man.
How could anyone know that? Yeah. I don't know, but I just, I was really excited because I actually have pictures of my tiny little me under this big old giant X. So.
Okay. I want to introduce y'all. This is getting like the Brady Bunch intro.
Oh, right. Look up here.
Hey, dude, I will bow out if you need some more room.
Well, we're okay right now.
All right.
This is Slade Monk and Donna Hallman.
How y'all doing?
Pleasure to meet you guys.
Can you hear us? Slade, can you hear us?
Are they mannequins?
I think they're frozen. They're frozen mugs.
They may be frozen. We'll just leave them up there and see if they get. I hear him talking.
What you think, Jeff?
It was a complete sentence, though.
You spinning.
Okay.
All right, I could hear.
Slade Monk.
Somebody's cable loose. Somebody's got a loose cable somewhere.
Maybe.
He's got the cast iron skillet. Yes.
Take off that Alabama cap, and you might find that loose cable.
Oh.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
These two
What you think about that, Jeff?
Are the funniest people that you can ever spend a week with out in a camp. And
well, I like their Zoom background. It's the cast iron skillet.
Yeah, they are fantastic cooks. Y'all are just freezing up. Now, if y'all ever stay to the end of the program where we run the soundtrack titles, the song that's playing
Yes.
It's called "Can't Hide Money,"
You got that-
and that I named that song after Slade Monk. He is the one that came up with that term, "Can't Hide Money." Donna Holman, can you hear me?
You froze again.
You froze. You
Hey,
froze.
Yeah.
You-
maybe it's too much bandwidth for your internet. You want me to get out and see if they work?
you could
I could
try
do that.
Ben. But I got a feeling it's them. But you could try.
I'll try it. So I'll see y'all later. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ben, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas,
man.
Ben. We'll see you later on.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes. Happy holiday.
We lost them.
Yeah, I think it's on their end. But I see a good friend of mine that's came on here, and her name is Christine, and she is a very lovely lady. How you doing, Miss Christine? Can you hear us?
Christine?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
We can hear you fine.
Oh, well, great. Hi there, Robin. It's nice to see you. I haven't met you before.
Nice to see you.
But I
Nice
wanted
to
come
meet you
and
too.
say Merry
Namaste.
Christmas. All righty. Now I wanted to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I learned something new, and I'm sure you guys already knew it, but they were mentioning Indian sign trees, and I'd never heard before, so I researched them on the internet, and I thought that's really interesting. I hadn't even heard of it. So, see, I'm a newbie at this, I guess.
Well,
Who left
y'all
the door
might-
Oh,
open?
look at there. Who's that stranger?
Well, I tell you, they'll just let anybody up in here.
Then we locked that door.
Yeah, no,
How you doing, Carrie?
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
I
Merry
just
Christmas,
came in the
Carrie.
back door.
I was
Merry Christmas, Carrie.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
Robin. Good to see you. I was having trouble with my my Facebook, and finally figured it out. So I had to go and fix logins and all that good stuff. But thanks for the invite there, Mark.
Well, yes, sir.
It's good to see everybody.
We're glad to have you, and getting excited about this trip in March.
Yeah, it's going to be something.
Man,
We just had Zasky on last night talking about it, and
Excellent show.
a lot of the places that we're going to be going, he won't go in at night, and he's urging us not to go in at night, but we are anyway, because somebody's got to do it. If I'll go, anybody will go.
he seemed pretty weird.
Yeah. Well, he's been there for 6 years, and he's seen some things that we haven't seen. So.
Well,
Well, make sure
I
you
don't
pick some of that.
I don't blame anybody that has witnessed things that gets cold feet and does not want to. I may be one of them. 6 months from now.
I got it's only 3 months from now, by the way. I got Jeff Townsend. I got Jeff Townsend. We were just talking about it earlier. He's gonna have my back. I don't know about any of the rest of you, but I've got Brad and Jeff that are gonna be, because I'm gonna be, my face is gonna be in the camera. You know, I'm not. You guys are doing it. I'm not. I'm filming you guys.
Me, that's trying to film, not be able to look around.
That's right. But the drone's gonna do a lot of the work for us, a lot of the recon. So we're gonna know what we're getting into before we go in.
Well, I tell you, that's one thing that really drawed me to this project, is to be able to have a thermal on a drone.
Yeah.
Because if you do capture a creature with a thermal, and then you have a team that starts moving in and trying to outflank it, you're going to see the size difference in
Oh, yeah.
between what we're after and what humans.
And if the ground thermals can get close enough, they're going to catch it also. But the thing is that drone thermal, if it runs off, you're going to see it run off. That's the thing, catching them moving. And you know, no matter what anybody thinks, this is not going to be a film about Sasquatch. That's all secondary. The film is about this group of guys and what they are going to be going through. That's my part anyway, is telling the story of this group of guys or whoever goes. Well, I mean, it's all guys at this point. It's about them and what they're going to go through to capture this footage, this evidence that we're going after. Or audio. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be extremely involved. But it's down to 9. There's 9 of us. There were 10, but we lost 1.
Carrie, you make that sound so final, but we lost one.
Well, he couldn't make it. He got a new job, I think. So those things come first. Do you want to explain any of that?
Well, I tell you what, we have another friend that just come in here.
Oops.
And
yeah, you were muted.
Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah.
How you doing?
That would be me that bailed out. So.
Christy Sci-Fi. Wow. Good to see you.
What's up? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yay, look at that.
We knew you'd put the redneck and the coon ass on the bottom. We knew you'd do that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, huh?
Merry
How's
Christmas,
everybody?
Christy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I didn't know you can put that many people on here. I think the most that I've done was like 5.
You can put 3 more on here.
Yeah, it's up to 10. It was 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
It.
So like a group meeting. Oh, check that out.
It's almost Brady Bunch.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah, y'all started talking about Sasquatch, and that got my attention. I'm like, oh, ooh.
It says we've got somebody else trying to enter in here. So, Jamie, we've got you in the background. I'm going to kick you from the studio. So
Mark kicked me out. Whatever. I'm going to drop off.
Mark, I'm just going to go ahead and go. Let somebody else come in.
No, don't let me come in.
Larry, did you finally get rid of them freeloaders?
Finally.
Did the in-laws leave?
Ain't no in-laws. I got rid of them years ago.
Oh, right on.
He's working on a whole new set of
So Merry Christmas, Larry.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to y'all. There's a lot of feedback here. Is it me?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, somebody's playing it.
All right, I'll see y'all. Merry Christmas.
While he's getting that straightened out,
No,
Larry and I and Rodney Beasley and Mike McSwain went to where Shelley and Patrick discovered the footprints that we found, the trackways. And so Larry and I and Rodney went out there to start really working that area and trying to find their travel routes. So I'm going to play this little video from 2 weeks ago. And Larry, you see if you get your audio right.
right, folks, we're back in the area where we saw the Reed Noble Trackway. We've come in here to set up plot watchers, audio recorders, and we're going to go through here looking to see the terrain, try to find what's making them come through here like they did.
Nothing.
And we're just going to hike this area, set out some surveillance equipment. We got our buddy Mike Swain coming in tonight. We're going to set up the FLIR and watch across from the cove that the creature come out on. And we're going to see if we get a repeat or get any hits on the thermal or any audio from here.
That it?
And we're going to time. That's it. That's it.
And we're also going to mark anything that we find on the GPS. And then we can plug it into our software later on and see if we can find any direct lines, try to establish a travel pattern that they're coming through here. With what Shelley found about a month ago, we know what direction that they were going, and so we're just going to come in here and try to mark anything that any type of possible signs. And Rodney's our ringleader.
Rodney's the man.
Saddle up.
Buckle up.
Gonna be a frigid night.
How cold?
Too cold, Larry. Too cold. You're not snuggling with me.
Yes,
no.
We're snuggling. Brokeback Mountain's in the DVD player.
That's Larry Porch. You can't take him nowhere.
Hey, I've met these guys in person. They ain't that skinny, y'all. I promise you.
Our buddies just threw us under the bus, Larry.
I'm gonna have to.
I know it.
I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I will be on in just a little while, a little over 30 minutes. So I want to thank you guys for having me on tonight, and thank you everybody in chat. You guys are awesome, and I will be on, like I said, in about 40 minutes. So Merry Christmas, everybody, and thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Merry Christmas, Mo.
Merry Christmas, Mo.
Merry Christmas.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh.
My phone's taking me down, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell everybody Merry Christmas. It's so good to see all y'all again. Y'all wonderful friends, man. Love you guys. We'll be talking soon.
Love you,
Man,
Jeff.
I put on deodorant. I promise. Everybody's leaving now that I got here.
You keep talking about Brokeback Mountain, Larry.
I got 3% on my phone, so I know I'm taking that off.
I figured Jeff would like that. He's running.
All right, we'll see you, Jeff.
See
Merry
ya.
Christmas.
Bye, brother. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Well, I'm not going to be on here long. I do have a Christmas time story. If y'all are interested in hearing about file tail rats and beauty salon dummies, it's a pretty good one.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, we want to hear it.
This was probably I think this was around 1998. We were living 2000. It was a 2000. It was a year after my parents had passed away. We were living in their house. My mother was a beautician, so a lot of her stuff was still in the house. Well, there were a pair of file-tail rats that were making a lot of noise in the house. We didn't know what it was. I hadn't heard it yet, but my wife at the time had heard it. So we're in the bed, we're getting ready for bed, and all of a sudden it just sounds like someone's trying to break in the kitchen. And this is like 4 or 5 days before Christmas, right? All the presents are out under the tree and everything for the boys, and So I'm the one that has to get up and go see, right? So it's dark. So I go down the hall and you turn left into the dining room and the kitchen's kind of there to the right. And as soon as I step through the door, I can see somebody out of my peripheral and they're right there beside me. But I didn't want to acknowledge them that anybody was there. So macho me, I'm gonna hit this person, right? So I took one step back with my left foot and I just spun around and I knocked the crap out of a dummy head. It was a mannequin head that was my mother's that had been sitting there for months. I'd seen the thing every single day, but it didn't dawn on me that that's what it was. I thought it was somebody standing there, and I knocked it all the way into the other side of the dining room. And 2 file-tail rats that had to weigh 5 pounds apiece, massive, go running through the kitchen. That's what had made all the noise. And I eventually ended up getting them. But very, very interesting and a very profound and scary night because I thought I was about to be in a fight with somebody in my house. So there you go. A Christmas tale for you guys.
Wow. Wow.
Man.
That's almost similar to what Bama Murdoch told about that raccoon that killed Santa Claus.
Well, I'd seen that thing every day. It was a styrofoam head, with a wig on it. My mother it was one of hers, and it had been sitting there on the shelf every day. Well, as soon as I came through that hallway door and it was right there in my peripheral, I thought it was somebody standing there. Scared me to death. Oh, Bigfoot scared me. That really scared me. I finally got the rats too. It was that was another interesting night.
At least it wasn't Santa Claus.
That's right. It could have been
That's
I have a
hilarious.
nice background.
That's very festive.
Well, Larry, how did your
It's gone
Christmas
already.
dinner go?
Well, some things are good, some things failed, but I'm fat and happy and full, so it's good.
Me and Larry is going back out this weekend. And we're going to it's where he thought that he might have took a picture of something, but it kind of turned out not to be. But we have had so much activity at this spot, and we didn't even know that we could go down this little dirt path. And because at one time the forestry division had it closed off, and apparently they have opened it back up. So we're gonna be way off the beaten path when we go back there. So I'm pretty excited. I do hope it gets warmer because we're going to be in the teens, and it's supposed to warm up a little bit. And so you leave that DVD player at home, Larry.
It's charging right now.
Brokeback Mountain. The hills have eyes. Wrong turn.
They're getting worse.
You've met your match with Christy, Larry.
Yeah, I believe so.
Larry, are you going down there with us?
I'm going to go.
Are you going with us?
I'd have to wait till after the first of the year to see vacation.
Okay.
I've got the week before.
Well, Clay Campbell has
Of
already
course.
secured all of the campgrounds and all of our permits for everywhere we're going, so we're solid right now. It's on.
Right.
It's happening.
That's
No
great.
backing out.
That's great.
Unless COVID shuts us
I'm
down
going to
again.
drop off. I want to say thank you, and I'm going to drop off.
Okay.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas,
Christmas, Robin.
All my love, all my love, love, all my love to you.
We appreciate you so much.
I know, I appreciate you even more. Good night. Good night. Good night. Yes,
Good night.
yes.
Good night.
Here, I have a Christmas story for y'all.
Uh-oh.
We're here.
Black screen.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a Christmas story. This is with my mom and my dad. This was years and years ago. I was probably about 12. My dad wanted to get a real Christmas tree. My mama said no. She wanted a fake tree. My dad said no. We want a real tree. So we went to 3 different tree lots. So we wound up finding a real pretty tree. Well, you know how they normally take the tree and hit it on the ground so the needles will fall?
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't do that. So my dad's like, yeah, this is the tree that we want. So when we brought it home, guess what? When my dad took it off the back of the truck, the needles fell off the tree. They had hardly any needles. And my mama said, I told you we should have got a fake tree.
Y'all had a hairy broomstick instead of a tree.
Charlie Brown.
Oh, man.
Welcome, Pappy Two Bears.
Gordo!
Merry Christmas.
Gordon, good to see you, buddy. Oh, well. It was.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to be long. We just got back from the in-laws and the outlaws. And we'll be...
Hey,
just
before
saying.
you go, Carrie, I want to tell you this story that I had. I'm going to a new area. It's not a new area, but it is an area where I used to go when I was young. My ex-boyfriend has 17 acres, and when I was younger, I used to ride, dirt bikes and 4-wheelers out there. Well, I had wound up going out there like maybe 4 weekends ago, and I just got this weird feeling that something was out there. I knew something was out there. So I started walking around, and I seen some structures, little bitty structures. So I said, well, I'm going to leave a honey bun and some donuts. So that's what I did. So I waited maybe 2 to 3 weeks to go back in. Well, we had a couple of people out there, and they had these dogs barking. Real aggressive and viciously. Well, we heard something scream, and I can't tell you how the scream went, but it was weird. So my ex said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "Yeah, I heard that." I said, "I don't know what." I said, "I had a notion what it was, but I didn't tell him." So everybody had went back inside the camp or whatever, and I went back down in the holler, and I felt something walking, and I felt the vibration in my chest. Then I heard 3 distinct wah, wah, wah.
Where is this?
This is about an hour away from me. It's up in Amite, Louisiana.
Well, I don't know why you're telling me I ain't going.
Oh, no. I'm just telling you. No, I'm just saying how
They'll
it had...
go. See, these
I
fuckers
know
might go. I'm
that.
not going.
Oh, come on. What, you
Look,
scared?
It's not that I'm scared. That's not the deal. I've decided that I'm doing this thing one time and one time only. It's going to be for a week, and I've painted myself into a corner with it that I can't back out of it. I have to go and do this. So I'm not putting myself into any other corners where I have to go out and look for Sasquatch. I would rather tell stories. That's just me. I think that is my niche in this. I'm better at that. You guys are good at looking for Sasquatch. My job is to tell the story of you looking for Sasquatch. So I'm going to stay in that vein right there. And look, I'll be happy to pass that information on to a good researcher that might want to go out there and get a good story for me to tell. But I'm not going to go. Just saying. Got nothing to prove.
You're going out at night? I've went out many times at night.
We're going at night. We're going 24/7.
It's not going to be bad.
Yeah, well, where we're going is the thing. It's not that we're going, it's where we're going. I just showed some pictures that are just undeniable of the places that we're going. I don't know, Mark, did you see those?
Yes. Yes.
That's what's in there where we're going, not far off the road. So I wish you guys the best of luck. I know you're going to get really, really good evidence. This is what I can't wait to hear. You know, you're not going to. Patterson Gimlin is going to be a thing of the past. It's going to be the new bill footage or the porch footage or the Campbell footage because I think you guys are going to get it. I really do. Where we're going.
As long as it's not the Brokeback Mountain footage.
Well, I'm probably going to be sleeping in my truck again just because.
All right.
Just if you hear something scoffing and growling and throwing rocks at you, run.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Can you hear me?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can y'all hear me? All right. How doing?
And we got 2 more people in the background.
Hey, I'm gonna jump off. Bring them on.
Oh, okay.
See you, Carrie.
Hey, thanks, Carrie.
Yes, thank y'all for having me. Enjoyed it. Christy, Merry Christmas. Stephanie.
Merry Christmas to
CD.
you too.
Merry Christmas.
Y'all have a good one. Mark, thanks again, buddy.
Yeah.
Good night, y'all.
Yes, sir. Let's see. We got David and Dee Dee with us, too.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Oh.
And a couple dogs.
They're looking over your shoulder.
Thank you.
What are you seeing?
It was a man dog. A little man dog.
There's one right there.
Merry Christmas to you, David and Dee Dee, and Stephanie. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, guys.
Merry Christmas to you too. It's good to see you guys.
It's nice
Now
to
what?
meet you. It's really trippy being on
When
this.
everybody gets quiet.
It's neat to see.
Well,
people
I'm gonna jump off so somebody else can come on. Y'all have a very Merry Christmas with blessings and prosperous New Year.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
You too,
Merry
Christy.
Christmas.
Thanks so
You
much.
too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas. Bye, darling.
Where's Debbie tonight?
Okay, well, I wanted to just thank you for the wonderful time that I had at the camp out. I totally enjoyed every minute of it. I loved meeting you. And I wish I had a really neat Christmas story, but I grew up in a house where my dad didn't believe in Christmas. So the first Christmas that we ever had, I was 16 years old. That was after my father had passed away. He was an older man. He was 71. So when I was 16, we went out and bought a tree. Mom and I had no idea how to buy a tree. And we bought this really bad tree with a trunk that looked like a snake and tried to set it up. And when we got it up, we loved it. We sat and watched it and looked at it. And after a week or two, Mom got afraid of it as a fire hazard. So we stopped turning it on, the lights, I mean, and we just sat there and would look at our tree. And we were so excited and so happy we didn't have the heart to take it down. And so it was still up all the way until July. And when we finally did take it down, it sounded like Christy's tree. Everything just fell right off of it. But we just had a really good time. Unfortunately, it was a tiled floor, so it wasn't in the carpet or anything. But that's the only good Christmas story I've got. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you for just the most wonderful. Really enjoyed being up with you and getting to know you and being part of the Sawdust family.
Well, we love you, Miss Christine, and I am personally blessed to be able to meet you in person, and you mean a lot to me, and so thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Well, thank you for having me, and you all have a wonderful Christmas.
You too. Have a Merry Christmas.
And the New Year a lot better than the last. Now, how do you get out of here?
Hit that red X at the bottom that says "Leave Studio."
Okay, I can do it for you.
Okay, I can do that. My computer's just slow. I already hit it, but it's just looking at me. So bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, now David and Dee Dee get to tell their Christmas story.
Oh man, put the you talk, Dee.
What's crazy about my life is I was raised the same. I wasn't able to celebrate Christmas. Our family didn't believe in Christmas, and so it was kind of, as I got older, just kind of seeing for myself what it stood for, and still don't, and what it didn't stand for. Yes, and I still don't really have like a tree and all that stuff, but I definitely see where everybody's coming from and why it's a big deal. And so I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, even though maybe my family would be rolling over right now.
And it's really neat to come on Thursday nights and see you guys and hear you and talk in the chat room. It's like a highlight of the week.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Well, you are the reason why we do this.
Yep.
And for everybody that comes into chat, and I don't know, we can't thank y'all enough.
We can't thank you enough either.
Yeah, it's the only place we go and get online and associate with or anything. It's the best group. I mean,
And
there's
get on a
never,
video.
yeah, there's never any bashing and stuff, and that's what is so rare nowadays.
Well, the night's early. We may start that here in a minute. No, we ain't.
Mark, I think he's going broke back again.
We have the first time me and Larry ever went out and spent I gotta be careful how I put
Spent
this.
the night together.
That's what I was trying to avoid saying. The first time we ever camped out together, we were in spitting distance of a 18th century cemetery.
Yeah.
And I don't know, me and Larry kind of has the same humor, and we kind of knew that from just us first talking, and I believe Miss Stephanie had sent me a message saying that she happened upon that video, and
It was one of the things I watched with you guys, so kind of made me wonder a little bit.
No wonder y'all didn't come camping with us on the meet and greet.
We're across on the West Coast too. That is an excuse.
Yeah, that's a long drive there.
Yeah. We wanted to see Debbie so bad when she was over on the West Coast, but we didn't. We had a mule deer hunt that we already had tags for and everything, so we were in Eastern Oregon at the time.
Yeah.
I wish that it could have happened, so that's okay.
Yeah, it's hard to get everything lined up sometimes.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you, anybody that's ever spent time in the woods with Debbie knows how thorough she is.
Yeah, I bet.
And that's what we do, is we go out and we learn from each other, and it's just it's really what I guess what I like about when we go out is people. If Larry brings up an idea or a thought, everybody listens to it like it's their own. And for me, that's just a matter of respect, and I think that's why we mesh so well. I have been trying to pull up Mr. Pappy for so long, and he comes up and he goes back out. Are you able to hear us, Pappy?
Hi, Pappy.
Well, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. We can hit Merry Christmas to you, my friend.
Yeah, I got a pretty bad internet connection, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, you didn't have to get rid of him.
Yeah. Larry, you didn't wink at him, did you?
I thought he said he had a bad connection and you just disconnected him. Yeah, you do, Pappy. Get out of here. Poor Pappy, he's sitting there right now wondering what's going on. Every time I get online, they cut me off.
Larry, we had Slade and Donna on here earlier, and they had a bad connection.
Oh,
and
really?
I hate that because I just wanted. We're gonna have a show with just Slade and Donna because they are just so funny. We'll just take our camera feeds off and just let them go.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Yeah, they can go back and forth for hours, and it's funny.
Yeah, and it'll go viral.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. If they can ever pick up on the lingo that he's slinging out.
Yeah, you almost need an interpreter. They're from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, but you will be able to understand Roll Tide when he says that.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you get the gist of where he's going, what he's saying. It's like old time jive.
Yeah.
From the 70s. You just have to understand it.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the hour, and I just wanted to see if Miss Stephanie had a story or anything that she would like to tell before we have to go.
I just heard y'all talk back, and I thought I'd come on and tease Harry.
She's not the only one. She got a bad connection too. Can you hear us okay, Stephanie?
See. Don't get rid of me because of my connection, okay?
Click, click.
I said I didn't really have a story. I just heard y'all talking about come on and tease Harry. So. I just want to say Merry Christmas to you guys. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can. Merry Christmas to you.
And we'll say the same.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us on.
Thanks so much. Y'all have no idea how much we appreciate you and everybody else. Thank y'all so much.
You guys just the same. So thank you so much again.
Thank
it's
you.
so neat to meet you guys.
Well, hopefully we'll meet in person.
Yes, we need to do that. We want to go on an outing with you all, so that would be great.
Well, Mark's going to line up some money and buy me a plane ticket, and we'll be out there.
Guys, good night.
Thank you guys.
Okay,
good night.
Well,
all right, Mark, I come on and everybody leaves.
Yeah, you
How
gotta
about
have
that?
You have that effect on folk.
Yep, that's that mojo I got.
Dan, Ricky's been in chat, and and I've already said Merry Christmas to Dan and Miss Vicky, and
I called them this afternoon and talked to Vicky for a little while. Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, they are pillars in this community, and they're some of my mentors. We have a lot of mentors, but they are up there.
I agree with that. So, how did it go? Good.
I think it did.
Well, it looked like you had an all-star cast on whenever I come in.
Yeah.
And they all left. I started to just hit leave studio just so they wouldn't leave. I was going to sit here and watch it.
Well, Larry, do you have any final thoughts that you would like to say?
Man, I'll have to go back and watch the show because I was unable to watch the first hour and 10 minutes of it, I guess. But from what I saw when I got on, I appreciate everybody that joined in and shared any story they had and took the time to come on. I think it evidently worked out great.
I think so. And we just had
look at there.
Those Ozark kids. We got some reverberation coming back out of you.
Well, I'm out here in the country. I'm out here in the middle of a big field feeding cows.
Oh, that's crazy.
I heard some kind of crazy little noise a while ago. I hightailed it to the tractor to the truck. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Well, we got a pretty good show tonight.
Well, thank you, sir. And,
can you hear me?
We can, but you are echoing really bad.
What do I need to do?
I don't know. We was getting ready to sign off. We just thought that you could come on here and say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Uh-oh.
Let me ask you, is that better yet?
Nope.
No.
Not yet.
Hold on a minute. I don't have my assistant tonight. My audio assistant. You guys all have Merry Christmas. And do something really good.
Boy, that was metallic.
Well, I'm down in the Ozark Hills.
John, have a Merry Christmas,
yes.
my friend.
Have a Merry Christmas, my friend. You too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Good seeing you.
Good seeing you. See y'all. I'm out.
Okay.
All right. Mark?
Yes, sir.
We're coming up on an hour and 47 minutes now, and I don't want you to get your legs strapped by YouTube again.
Yeah. That's all we need for them to shut us down.
Yep.
We want to remind everybody that Duke from World Bigfoot Radio has a live premiere on his channel tomorrow night. So be sure to check that out. And when we sign off here, I'm going to slide on over there to pronounce it for me, Larry.
Mogollon.
That's where I'm going. So if you're in the chat, then slide on over there. And if you haven't subscribed to Russell's channel, subscribe. It don't cost any money. It's free. It's free.
How about that?
It don't get no better than that, Larry Porch.
Nope, that's a good deal. For some good entertainment instead of this cheesy junk on TV.
Well, Larry, I guess we will see you this weekend when we head out in the woods again. And maybe if those man dogs don't take us out, then we'll be back next Thursday night.
That sounds good to me. Have a Merry Christmas, Mark.
Have a Merry Christmas, Larry. And Merry Christmas to everyone out there. We love each and every one of y'all. Night, night, footers. Beast TV would like to welcome all of our new Facebook members. Be sure to check out our pictures and videos of possible evidence. And if you haven't checked out the Files tab, there is a wealth of information that you may find beneficial. If you would like to support Beast TV, check out our gear. We have coffee mugs, face masks, gaiters, shirts, and tank tops. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section. Everything is always marked down 20%, so come check out our junk. We want to thank all of our new subscribers and our faithful followers. Also, be sure to check out our field evidence videos and our sister channel, Beast of the Woods. That's Larry's channel. If you want to help us out, make sure that you are subscribed. Click the thumbs up button, ring the bell, and leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you. Thanks again to each of you for watching, and we will see you again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Night night, footers.
This has been a Sawdust production.